All right, we're live. Got a lot of questions about that International Harvester Cub Cadet out in my driveway where the key snapped. And even though I had a key in all the different keys that I also had an NOS switch from Cub Cadet MTD that I bought years and years ago when I was going to restore my first tractor, which was a Cub Cadet 107. And hold on. I'm trying to get the screen bigger on my screen, and I don't know what I did. I have a touch screen here, and if I'm trying to touch it, it doesn't seem to work properly. And like I said, let me put the link out there if anyone wants to join in. There is the link. Anyone that didn't get to join Stella yesterday for her live stream, if they want to chime in now, feel free. But anyway, I found an NOS key and switch that I bought for my 107. And it turns out that with the 8-9 series, those that know International Harvester Cub Cadets will know what I'm talking about. But with the 8-9 series, oh, there's Simone. Hey, Simone.
Good evening.
Okay. Yeah, this will bore you, but real quickly for my IH Cub Cadet friends out there, the key that I found is only good up to the 149 or the 8-9 series of Cub Cadets. After that, the Quiet Line models use the Index key that's been the industry standard since. So if anyone has any questions about International Harvester Cub Cadets or the old international keys, you can email me. My email's there underneath my name, and I'll be glad to talk to you. How you doing, Simone?
I'm all right. I was going to ask you about the key. Did you manage to get it repaired or fixed or
No,
replaced?
I found the exact same key with number and everything in my stash. So, yeah, I
that's
was
very lucky.
Yeah. Also, I also bought a brand new NOS key and lock assembly probably 20 years ago when I was going to restore my older Cub Cadet that I had. And I knew where it was. I opened it, I looked at it, and I go, wait a minute. I looked at the key. It matches up perfectly. So
Wow.
that key, that grind of key must be used on just about all the, I think it's from the 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8-9 series of Cub Cadets. You won't know what that means, but those that know International Harvester Cub Cadet garden tractors know what that means. So the 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8-9 series Cub Cadets use that key. Above that, it's the newer key that fits just about every tractor called an Index key. So
I'm guessing Cadet Cub is like a
it's a garden tractor, lawn and garden tractor, they call it. It's
yeah.
got 5 lug wheels on the back instead of having a key with a transaxle. Garden tractors are known because they have bolt-on rear axles like a car. That's how you tell a lawn tractor from a lawn and garden. Yeah. Well, just like you with your Fords, I'm sure they probably had 25 different keys that fit 10 million vehicles.
Well, let's just say with a Cortina, if you're lucky, you can open the door and you can unlock, put
the same key,
start the car. Yeah, pretty much. Or if you're lucky with a toothpick.
Oh, okay.
Lolly stick.
I know mid 60s Chevys. My father had a 64 Chevy. After a while, you could just turn the ignition without the key in it. Just turn it and turn the car on.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Little different. Yeah.
I was always curious about American cars, especially older ones, where you see you've got either side of where the key slot is, you've got like a flat piece of metal, so you could grab that and just turn it.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. The older, like GM would have 2 little flaps, one above and one below. But Ford was a little different because Ford keys from the 70s and forward were symmetrical up and down. So no matter which way you put it in, it worked. Where GM you could only put it in one way.
I bet like a house key.
Sort of,
like a flat on one side, so you could.
And my wife years ago borrowed her brother's car when he went down to spring break in Florida and snapped off the key in the ignition. She put it in upside down. He had an old Dodge. What was it? What did they call it? Not a Swinger. It was like a Duster, but it was a Demon, Dodge Demon. They called it. And, she put it in upside down, couldn't get it out, and snapped it, and was freaking out. So they had to put a whole new lock cylinder in. So then when he gets back from vacation, he grabs the keys, and the guy, what's this? So he goes to put the key in the ignition. It doesn't fit. He's like, what the heck? And he goes, hello. And that's when they admitted what they had done. He didn't care, but now he had, 2 sets of keys instead of 1 key to open everything,
Yeah, it's getting the rest of the key out of the lock.
Yeah, my wife, like I said, she got it jammed in there because she put it upside down because it was only going in one way. And instead of just trying to get it out, she turned it and snapped
Oh,
Yeah, she was so afraid. That was she said she was so afraid of her brother getting mad at her. I go, who cares? You know, I mean,
yeah.
hey,
Well,
Jeff.
no, Jeff.
But yeah, so what I did was I went online and I actually saw an eBay ad for that lock that I bought with the key goes for about $70 right now, and you can get them on eBay. NOS ones that are like overstock or whatever, I guess, for like $20. So I'm going
Mm.
to buy one or two of them just for the heck of it. But most people
Well,
nowadays just use the generic switches. But you have to make sure you get a switch that's either for a magneto ignition or a battery ignition. If you get the wrong one, you're going to burn out your magneto by putting voltage to it. So you got to watch. Hey,
that's very
Neil's here.
true.
Hello, Neil. How
Well,
you doing?
saying about keys, I need to well, I was given the details of a locksmith, auto locksmith nearby, to get one done for my Rover.
Mhm.
I got a quote from a local locksmith on the high street, and they wanted to charge me £365
Is it a
to.
special like electronic lock or something, or
Yeah,
what?
it's got electronic
Oh, okay,
circuit board
okay. Well, yeah,
inside.
my wife's Jeep when she had that, they actually did a recall on the lock cylinder because it would come undone or something, and
Yeah.
they gave her two brand new keys, and the guy said the lock cylinder and the two keys is $1,000, but they had a recall, so she got it for free. But then the car got totaled.
Wow.
They got totaled 6 months later, but still, it was like really two keys was like
Yeah.
$1,000. I was like, wow.
Well, I'm hoping this guy, this local guy, I know exactly where he is. I'm hoping he can help me out
Hey,
with a
Bruce.
decent price. I've also got to get the sills fixed, or rockers fixed, sorry. And yeah, I need £1,000 to get the paint fixed.
Ooh. Yeah, what were you saying? It's
Mm.
going to be brown now, or was it copper instead of brown or something? Or what were you saying?
Oh no, this is the Rover, not the
Oh, the
Cortina.
rover. I'm sorry. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
The Cortina, I've got to go to Bristol to get to get the replacement fender. I'm
Mhm.
saying fender because I know most of you guys are in the States. Makes it easier for you. Um, yeah, the one that's on the car is so thin. It's
Mm.
like tissue. It's just parts of it are as thin as tissue paper.
Mhm. Is the one you're getting an NOS one or restamp or
Yeah,
what?
it's original. If
Oh,
you
wow.
if you've seen Pete's videos and
Yeah.
he had the brown car that he recently got,
Yep. Yep. Oh, it's
the
from
wings
that.
from that one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the only bit that needs work is the piece that goes down to the bottom near the door.
Mm. Now, was it the same fender for numerous years on those, or were all individual?
They're all exactly the same.
Oh, okay.
The
Was
only
that like
difference
70 to
is
73, or what years?
I think it's I think it's K registration, so it's older.
Hmm.
Similar age to Swampy. Swampy's 1971, I think.
Hmm.
Hey, backwards.
Hey,
So
Taylor,
yeah,
what's
that
going on?
that wing, I can't remember if it's got trim on it or not.
Mm-hmm.
But my friend Chris picked it up, and he only wants £30 for it. Now,
Wow.
normally, if you sell one of those, you're talking a few hundred.
Sure.
Mm.
I know even trim for those things too.
Oh yeah, yeah. But I also need to go and get a roof rack as well.
Mhm.
So I've got to travel from here to Bournemouth, which is on the south coast. And there's a chap on a YouTube channel called Alex, All Things Alex.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
his YouTube name, and he's
Mhm.
got a roof rack, and it'd be perfect
Now,
for me.
NOS or I mean original type rack or aftermarket
Yeah,
type?
it's
Oh, cool.
it's. I'm not really sure if
Did
it's
yours
original
have
type
one?
because
Did yours ever have one?
no,
Oh, okay. So you got to drill
no.
it then. Okay. Yeah.
Oh no, it just clamps onto the
Oh, okay.
guttering.
To the drip rail, onto the drip
Yeah,
rail.
it
Yeah.
just clamps
Oh,
on.
okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go up there in the Rover, see if we can dismantle the entire thing,
Hmm.
and then put it in the car, get it home,
Hmm.
clean it all up,
Yep.
paint it, treat it, and then put it on the car.
Now it's not stainless steel. It's plated, painted. You said
I
painted.
think it's galvanized steel,
Oh, okay.
so it's rough enough to take paint.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, it's going to be useful for carrying stuff around.
Hmm. Yeah. Too bad you couldn't powder coat it.
That's a good idea.
Well, that way it'll at least stand up to weather and
Yeah, I could get it powder coated in grey,
luggage.
so
Yeah,
it
yeah,
looks
yeah. Sure.
original.
Yeah. Cool.
It's
Yeah,
a
because you
good
know a powder
thinking.
coater, right?
Sorry,
You know a powder coater, right? Don't
I
you?
did.
Yeah.
Not anymore,
Mm.
sadly.
So
But
what's going on with Pinky? Anything new on that?
a friend of mine is coming down from up north, soon, beginning of next month. I've already sprayed some solutions inside the bores on each of the cylinders, and we're going to see if we can get the engine turning.
Nice.
So that's that. If you, I might as well tell you who it is. It's Simon from Smashing Pistons.
Oh yeah, yep. Cool.
Yeah, so
Yep.
he's coming down.
Hey, that'd be some good videos, right?
Yeah, and we're going to meet up with oh god, it's a new channel, a chap called Joe down in Cornwall. And I think we're going to do a meetup and do something with our cars.
Well, if you're in Cornwall, you got to get a pasty, right?
Oh, definitely.
In fact, it's funny. After I went to that place here in Bethel, Connecticut, I was watching a show. I love watching British TV. I don't know what it is, but I love watching.
Hey, Randy.
There's a show called DIY SOS.
Yes.
And I love it. There's like 30 seasons, and I've been binge watching it like every episode, and a lot of stuff in Devon, Cornwall, like your area. But it was funny when they did the Devon episode. No, I'm sorry, not that show, but that show, a lot of Devon. Wheeler Dealer. I was watching Wheeler Dealer.
Yes, Wheeler Dealers. That's good.
What the car was, but they were going to show it in Devon, or not in Cornwall. And he goes, but you can't go to Cornwall without getting a pasty. And they made a bet about the mileage of the car, what the car would get for mileage, since we did it all. And he said, well, if you win, I buy the pasties. If I win, you buy the
Yeah.
And it was funny how they went there, but they were bigger. The pasties were probably about 8 inches wide.
Yeah, we can get big pasties here, definitely.
Yeah, the ones we have here didn't look that wide. There's Brucey. Hey, Bruce.
What you need to find.
Light on behind me there.
Hey, Bruce. You need to speak to that place where you get the pasties and say, can you make them like that big? Because that's how big.
Oh, yeah. They made them about half that size. Yeah.
They need to be big.
Yep. They were still expensive, but they were like half the size. They were okay. Yeah. I could say they weren't bad, but I would love to find a place that imports them where I can get an original Cornwall.
That would be good. Or if you ever get a chance to come over.
Oh, yeah.
You know, have to go and get you a pasty.
And according to what I'm hearing, there's only like 3 or 4 original Cornwall shops that really sell the original pasties.
Yeah. There is a firm which is it's in Devon, and they're called Oggy Pasties. And
I wonder if they mail order.
they are so tasty. Yeah. They're really good.
Cool. What you working on, Brucey?
I can look at the website.
On a power mower.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, your favorite.
Well, actually, they've become my new favorite because nobody makes anything good. Power mower is the best of the worst.
There you go. Okay. Hey, that should be their slogan. We're the best of the worst.
Best of the worst.
What do you got going? What is it, on a thrower or a mower? What is it?
Just a little more. 159 cc, which is actually a good size for a power mower.
Hey, if anyone knows anything about computers that can help me, my screen, I'll show you what it looks like, and maybe someone can help me out there. Hold on, let me take a photo of it. All right, I'm going to show you my screen real quick. Hold on. It's like shrunken where... Oh, hold on. Let me show you the photo. And I don't know what I should do in settings to get it back. But right now, you guys are like the size of postage stamps. And it drives me nuts because I can't really do anything with you. So, all right, here it is.
Can you put your finger on the? Can you put your finger on the start button and drag it over to the side?
Well, right now I actually have a touch screen.
Yeah.
And I should be able to go like that and make anything bigger, smaller, whatever. But it's not working, and I don't know why. And like I said, right now, you guys, that's my screen. Look how small you guys are.
Stella.
The chat is huge. You guys are tiny. And it's kind of frustrating, but if anyone knows anything about,
no idea.
And then
help me.
The older you get, the harder that kind of crap is.
Well, I said my kid went out. If my kid was home, he'd probably be able to do it.
Yeah, I need a 13-year-old kid around here just to handle all that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the younger they are, the more they know.
Stuff.
Did you say Stella was here? I didn't see in the chat.
Oh, she's good at that stuff. Right?
Oh yeah, that's true. That is true.
I'm posting a link to Oggy Cornish pasties. So feel free to have a look at the website.
Sure.
So I had the most interesting day today. I was given a champion generator, and the governor gear is shot.
Mhm.
It's not moving the arm back and forth. And of course, you have to take the engine right apart to get that gear that's up against the other side of the engine from the sump to get that gear out. Eh? So then I had a little 180cc Champion generator, and I looked it up, and they're the same governor gear.
Mhm.
So I was parting this little 80cc generator out, and I got a free gear. But I just have to do the other
Nice.
one.
Oh, here we go, Simone. I saw it. Yeah, Augie.
Yeah.
Yeah, the real.
That's-
Yep. That looks
Food.
good.
I've
Sorry.
never had pasties
Sorry,
ordered to my door, so I don't know how they do it. Is it by
Yeah, but do they call a pasty an Augie? Because it says a giant Welsh Augie recipe.
I don't know.
Huh.
I don't
That's
know where they
right.
got their name from, but Oggy was always like something you shout at a
Yeah,
football
like a
game or
slang
sports
term.
thing.
Or-
Oggy, oi, oi, oi.
oh, yeah.
So I don't know where they got it
Slang
from.
term for
Oh my God, you guys.
or the let me see,
I'll
Devonian.
turn my sound off so I don't drive you nuts.
Yeah, Cornwall and Devon are the Augie capitals, I
Sound.
guess.
Yeah, but there's quite a few Oggy shops.
Hey, Tommy.
But yeah, whether they deliver abroad, I really couldn't tell you.
But like I said, this place, it's a little bit of a drive, and it's a little expensive. I think the last time I went there, I spent about $80 because I got a bunch of them for my daughter. She went with me, and you know, I made her. She drove, so I gave her some and paid her for gas. And it was like an $90 day or afternoon.
Wow.
But I said I still wanted to go because they fashioned themselves after the old Cornwall miners. You know, where the miners
That's
would
right.
take those, and that's how they did it. So
Yeah, you normally hold the crust and you eat the rest of it.
yeah, you don't eat the crust because you got all the nasty stuff on the crust.
Yeah.
Yeah, so interesting though, definitely interesting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
But in
Jason
this day and
doing
age,
any,
you eat the whole thing.
wasn't Jason the one that did was it the figure eight racing? Is that what?
Jason, hi.
He the one that had the Lexus that did the figure eight racing?
I'm not sure. I know Jason does racing and banger racing, I think.
Someone had the Lexus and they did the figure eight. I thought that was Jason. Something with an old Lexus or something.
How's the racing going, Jason?
But fall is here, definitely. You can see the leaves are turning. It's going to be cold in a few weeks, and the heat's.
Oh yeah.
We usually don't turn the heat on until Halloween, but my mother already has her fireplace on. So we get crazy, but she likes it toasty.
Well, let's just say I need to get my oil changes done on the Rover before it gets cold.
I got to do my wife's car. She just turned 8,000 miles. The car's 2 years old.
Wow.
So yeah, it's time for a second oil change.
Well, mine needs the engine oil doing, the filter, and the ATF.
Yeah, I just did all that in my truck this past spring. I did all the fluids. Cost me about $300-400, but everything is good for another 75,000 miles.
Well, today I replaced the light bulb in the tail of the car, so that was good. The original bulb had gone like a white, burnt out inside. It gone white, so I replaced that. So that's good.
I'd love to get an old Mazda lamp display. You know how it used to go in the stores years ago? It was Mazda used to make all the lamps for the cars, all the bulbs.
Yeah.
Now everything is so much.
Can I add to this a little bit?
Yes.
We just took Trudy's car in. She had about 10 grocery shopping cart dings on her car.
Really?
And well, it's our little grocery getter, right?
Yep.
And we just
the Kia. That's the Kia one, Bruce?
Yeah, we went and took it to the dentless repair.
Yeah. Those guys are magicians, boy. They put the balloon in the door. The balloon.
One thing I had to do was to do a touch-up paint with that little pen you get when you buy the car. On 2 spots, and it was only $500, and they did 8 big dings. Like one ding was actually folded metal.
Yeah, cool.
Pretty good.
Nice. Yeah, those guys, like I said, I've seen them put that flat pillow in the door, and then they blow up the door so they can put their little knocker in there, and they go ding, 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 ding.
He took me into a shop. You should see. He's got more bented rod hooks on it than Hank does.
Yeah, I know on some of the bigger, more expensive vehicles, they can actually drill little teeny holes in certain areas where you don't see them, and then go in there with a rod and ding, ding, ding.
Especially you didn't want to do that because you can get salt and shit in there.
Yeah, it's true.
So he did a good job. So now next week I'm doing a broken door handle on the driver's side of Frank. That's really common. They break. And I'm going to get my new visor put on. And I'm so lazy, Ken and everybody, that I'm actually going to get him to do the rock guard visor on the hood.
I'm not kidding. You probably fling a lot of stuff out in the winter, right? When you have stuff on the road.
And we got a lot of gravel roads.
Yeah.
So I'm not as cheap as you guys think.
Yeah.
It's three screws.
Yeah, that would probably
three screws.
A rare earth magnet, that would probably work good too.
How do you pronounce that?
Neodymium?
Numidium.
Or
Wow.
Yeah.
Numidium.
You know what
those rare earth
I've not heard of that before.
Yeah, those are the rare earth magnets. Yeah.
They use an adhesive with a slide hammer.
Yep.
Just like when you weld a little rod on it when you're doing body work.
Yep.
The adhesive doesn't wreck the paint. They don't have to pull as hard. And it's a little tiny slide hammer, like, it's like small. Yeah. And he did 10 or 9.
I like the ones they use. They look like keys, and they spot weld on like 10 or 20 keys, all different, like in and out, and then they put a bar through it.
Yeah.
They could pull it to take out a really weird looking dent.
You have to repaint them.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
in that case, really good.
They use a bar, like a round rod with a 90-degree on it. They got all different kind of shapes.
Yep.
And when they put it inside there, they just turn it and push that metal out,
There's all different stuff. But nowadays with the new like Ford pickups, it's aluminum. The bodies are aluminum. You can't.
The boxes are.
Everything's so thin, so you can't really bang on it because you make it worse.
Saying about welding, I picked up this.
Simone's car. I mean, you could sit on that thing and not dent it,
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
They make like the windshields, right? They make that glass so cheap you can see right through it.
I picked this up so I can fill in
I tried
holes
on with my tune-up.
To put this in behind, and then you can weld and fill the holes up.
What is it, Simone?
It's just a piece of copper.
Oh yeah, copper, so it doesn't stick to it.
Yeah. I mean, it might stick a little bit, but
usually when you weld, steel won't stick to copper. So.
No, it might heat it up quite. Well, it heats it up a heck of a lot, though.
Yeah, usually you glue those in back of a big hole, then you just weld the hell out of it and you grind it down.
I should have got one a bit wider, really.
Yeah, the wider, the thicker, the better.
Yeah, that's not a bad thickness.
No, that's
really.
good thickness. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's about a quarter. Yeah.
I think it should have been, about an inch wide, really.
Where's Mixter been? I haven't talked to him in a few days.
Oh, I saw him right after you left.
Yeah, I talked to him Friday morning. That was the last time.
He came out, and then he had a call, and then he left, and he never came back.
Yeah. Maybe he's working tonight too. I don't know.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. Well, he was reading this thing that they sent him on how many yards of everything he has to do, when the train got to show up, this and that. I mean, holy smokes. It takes 2 hours to prepare before you can do anything.
Well, tomorrow I'm going to be editing and finally put a film out. It's been 2 weeks.
It's been longer for me.
Look at this blade. How can I show this to you? 2 years.
Wow. That yours? Or the one
this is my customers.
You must have, I tell you, anyone I know that has good grass, that's what the blades look like. Yeah.
That's right. And who else would bring a power mower in for a tune-up than a fussy guy?
Oh, yeah. Usually power mowers.
Most people buy power mowers and they use them until they blow up and then they go buy another one.
There you go. Interesting.
That's true. Yeah. My garden's doing very well because I've been mowing it regularly, so the weeds are not quite so prominent anymore. And I've been using a weed killer, which says apparently it's bee friendly.
Yeah, you don't want to kill the bees.
No, definitely not. So I've got some new plants to go in the garden. Silver, hang on. Something very, hang on. I'm going to Google it. Hang on. Hey, John. Long time no see.
Hey, there he is. Let's see.
Silverberry shrub.
Mm,
There we go.
It's like, is it like a greenish gray? It looks like silver.
Yeah.
Leaves a thick.
Yeah, it's called a silverberry, and the berries have like a silver sheen to them,
Mhm.
and you can eat them raw or cooked. And
Oh.
I never knew you could eat the berries, so that's interesting.
I don't know what I did, but my screen came back to normal.
Yeah. How you doing, Archie?
Yeah, it's just yeah. Yeah, the only thing, yeah, but I thought clover though. I know in my case, I have to get rid of the clover because it won't let the nitrogen into the soil. They tell you to put lime on it to get rid of it, so that the roots of your grass will take the nitrogen. Because they said the clover will keep the roots from getting to the nitrogen.
The only time you get clover is when you have nitrogen in your soil.
Yeah, but they were saying with clay soil though, you got to put a lot of lime down.
That's to just break the clay up. Yeah.
Yeah, break the clay up. Yeah. Huh.
Oh, this is interesting. It says the plant has nitrogen-fixing organisms in their roots, able to grow well in low nitrogen soils.
The rabbits love my grass.
Oh yeah, rabbits, chipmunks.
You can tell too. Like during the spring, summer, they'll put out those clover flowers, those little round flowers or whatever.
Yeah.
That's how you know it's time to cut the grass. Because once you cut it, you cut those off.
Yeah, but you're taking away all the bees' food.
Well, no, I got the flowers that I have now. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I posted that thing on Instagram where I did my mums. Only the yellow ones came back, the 2 yellow ones, but they're huge. They're like 3 feet diameter, pretty big.
There we go. Ebbing silverberry. That was it.
Yeah, where I am, March, it's all clay. The water just like sits on it. It doesn't even go into it.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. I'd rather have clover than the crabgrass and goosegrass and all that other nasty grass. Yeah.
I'm going to try a pre-emergent this year because my whole left side of my yard is all green, like bright green crabgrass.
Yeah.
You know, but I did a lot of overseeding too. I put 75 pounds of grass seed down.
Wow. So, well, when you're putting down grass seed, you get some what they call filler, and that has crabgrass in there and everything else. Yeah, if you can go to a golf course and ask them where they buy their grass.
Yep. Well, I tell you though, they said at Tractor Supply, the Kentucky fescue or Kentucky blue, whatever they call it there, because Pate's turned me onto it. It's like $75 a bag, but it's guaranteed to have 99.999% grass without the weeds in it. You're paying more, but it's supposedly. And I tell you, the grass seed was almost 3 years old, and it still sprouted up perfectly.
Yeah,
I was surprised. Yeah.
I once had a bag of grass seed, only just a little bag, and I put it in the shed. Then in the spring, I went to use it. All I had was shucked shells.
No kidding. I was surprised. I was surprised the mice didn't get to mine because that's what they say. The mice out of it. Yeah.
They ate every seed and left the shells, and there was a whole bag of shells.
Oh my word! Oh, my neighbor, my neighbor next door, he moved in about 2 months ago. He's in his 20s and he's really keen to sort out his garden. He put down grass seed and it's gone.
Yeah, what I planted in the front, 6 or 7 different spots. It's all, now that it's fall, it's gonna be cooler with water, so it'll go.
Yeah, 2 weeks you'll have grass 2 inches.
Yeah. Someone was telling me too, right before the first snow, put a crap load of lime down before the first snow.
Yeah, that way it'll sink in.
Yeah, it'll sink in as it melts. Yeah.
Okay.
Neutralizes the snow mold in the spring.
Well, Tommy, $75 because you're talking. It's 50 pounds of seed. It's a lot of seed.
You smoke it when it grows. I did say to my neighbor, "You're growing grass."
Yeah, didn't you say you were smelling it?
No, that was a different plant.
Oh.
He gave me a few cuttings of this bush that he bought a few days ago from this guy who was just selling it on Facebook. And this thing smells amazing. So he just gave me a cutting.
So what do you guys think? Do I need a lock washer on here? There was none.
What is it?
It's the
Well,
Yeah.
that acts like a Belleville
it
spring
does,
washer.
but it doesn't. It's so cheap they didn't even put a lock washer on it.
I've seen them with flat washers too, because that thing will
Yeah.
act like a spring. You know?
It
Oh,
is.
that is
You
true,
don't need the
actually.
Bellevue
So-
washer. You don't
Yeah.
need the Bellevue washer, but I'm going to put a
Yeah.
lock washer on it.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
that, a little
Yeah.
Loctite, either way.
Well, you can do, yeah, or a penny washer, either way.
So that's how cheap they are. They don't even put a lock washer on the freaking blade adapter.
Power more, spend less.
Yeah. What's the torque on that bolt?
What are they, about 60, 50?
45, I think.
Oh, that's it?
45.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
I'll just look it up.
What is that, a fine thread 3/8?
Yeah, it's
Fine
six-
thread 3/8 with a 5/8 head.
Yeah, usually,
I
yeah,
think
40, 50.
mine,
I'll
I
just
think
look it up.
mine would be about the same. Mine's a fine thread.
Hmm.
Yeah, they all are.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
about all blades. Yeah.
I think they need to be, really.
Well, finer thread holds better than coarse thread.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does. I fully agree.
Well, plus
On
two,
more blade torque.
you're going into a cast iron crankshaft.
38 and 50 foot, between 38 and 50 foot-pounds.
Yeah, I usually put 50.
I think
Yeah.
I might cut my grass one more time before I put my lawnmower away for the winter.
Oh, really?
I
It
might
won't
strip.
stop growing, or it stopped this time?
No, I think it's got another few, possibly another 2 cuts in it, possibly.
Because we'll go
Um,
almost to Thanksgiving, but with
Yeah.
us, it's the leaves. That's what we got to
Oh,
take care
well,
of.
because it's very wet here later in the
Okay.
year. But I might strip down the carburetor and drain it
Yeah,
before I put it away for the year.
how'd
Yeah.
that perform all year? Pretty good. The Victa.
It's done very well,
Yeah, that's cool.
considering I've gone through brambles with it.
Oh,
That thing just chews
I
everything.
got this Crapo Murray E Series engine. I go through brambles and whatever, even little trees. I don't care.
Yeah, this mower, literally, it will chew up everything, and it carries on going.
Mhm.
Yeah. This last time I cut my grass a couple of days ago, 14 double bags
Wow.
off with my
Wow.
John Deere. 14 full.
Yeah, my
That's
grass was like
impressive.
150-gallon trash can. Yeah, but I only
There's
have
a
a third of an acre, 0.29.
So not a torque wrench, but 50 foot-pounds is as
you-
tight as I can go with that.
Your torque's your arm, Bruce. You just
Yeah, I
gotta
was gonna
you
say
just gotta
that.
say click, click.
As soon as it starts to hurt, I know I'm there.
There's one guy I watch, a mechanic, Rain Man Ray, real nice guy. He ended up getting fired from his job as a mechanic. Great mechanic, but he was filming YouTube all day. You know what I mean? So I guess the boss must have got pissed. But he made more money on YouTube than he did working at the mechanic. So he opened up his own shop in Florida. But
Right on.
he has 2 sayings. He'll go click when he does torquing, and if something falls, he'll gravity. You know, so
yeah, that's good. Saying about using machinery to cut through bramble and stuff, I started watching a channel recently called Flawless Cleaning.
I've been
Nice.
watching him for a year. I love that guy, that kid.
Oh.
Him and his father, and then he's got his kids. at
Yeah,
the
they're
end.
so funny.
Oh,
Yeah.
But he does all the free
But-
stuff, and he's got a few of them though. The last one he did
yeah.
today or yesterday, I couldn't believe it. He did a courtyard or something. It was literally 7 feet tall with bramble.
Yeah.
And he took
Amazing.
it down to nothing. And I'm like, where the heck does he drop all this shit off? Because
I was thinking the same.
I like his clamshell tongs, those things. It looks like
They're
that you
good.
pick up salad with, and he picks up the
Yeah.
dirt and the.
Giant salad tongs.
But he has these like cloth bags
Mm.
that I guess, do you guys use those when you dump off
Yes, we.
brush?
Yeah, they're called dumpy bags.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I
That's
see
what we
he
call
pulls up those things. But I used to watch him just for his pressure washing, but he's
Yeah.
been doing a lot of yard cleanups too.
Did you see the series with the old gentleman called?
Oh yeah,
Norman?
that one guy who's
That
having
was
tea. Yeah,
brilliant.
but he was fixing his windows and all kinds of crap too. But that guy, that house was in real disrepair though.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I think
Come
he's
on.
still got more to do there.
Did you watch Project Forms?
Which
today?
one? Which one?
On the welders, he had a bunch of welders.
Oh no. I gotta
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't. No.
That's
Hey,
that's
Mr.
the
Hazan.
video.
What's up, Jim?
Hello, James. I
James.
know you fix it.
I got a couple people emailed me privately saying, "Oh, I found you through James," so that was kind of cool. some old timer called or emailed me. He's what is he, 90 or something? And he used to have an 83-year-old gentleman help him work on his mowers and things. And he's got a Troy built, I think it's a tiller that he has at a shop, but he's way up north of me, probably an hour and a half north of me and James. And he wanted to know how close I was to him because the kid still can't get the thing running right. Old 7-horse Kohler. So I told him what I thought it was. And he was like, oh, we'll try it out. That's okay.
Mm.
But I told him, I said, well, if you want to venture, I said, I'll, have James come to the house and we'll have coffee. He could meet the star.
Yeah.
I tell you, it's amazing. Even Mick was saying he'll be in the store sometimes. So you're Mick's mowers,
Yeah.
So James, has that ever happened to you where someone says you're that YouTube guy? I wonder.
The amount of viewers he has. Yeah.
How about you, Brucey? You ever have a little star?
Well, because I live in a city that's not that big, right? It's 100,000 people.
Yeah.
And the core of the city, most of the people that are my age have lived here for 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they go, yeah, Brucey shop. But when it really surprised me was when I was in Mexico and this guy went nuts. You're that guy. You're that guy. So anyway, 45 foot-pounds with 3/8.
There you go.
Yeah, I could just do it.
What do you got for a torque wrench there, Bruce? Anything name brand or just
Made by Jet.
Oh, okay.
It's the Japanese one.
Jet, isn't that a song, Paul McCartney? Jet.
Benny and the Jet.
No, Jet, about his dog.
It's,
Benny and the Jet's a good song.
The song Jet.
I didn't want to buy a crappy one, right? So Jet is probably one step up from Westward Tools.
Yeah.
It's good.
I know Jet makes great, if it's not the same Jet, but woodworking tools. A lot of good woodworking.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's the same company.
Oh, is it? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah, they make good stuff.
But bad they do.
It's like when you buy one of those ratchet wrenches made by Gear Wrench. Eh?
Gear wrench, yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
I like Gear wrench.
For a
I
working
used to get those at Ace Hardware every Christmas. They'll have them on sale where you can get like a 10-pack of them for like $12.99. It's like, you can't beat
Hey,
it.
Uncle Hank, I'm taking the pressure off the
Oh, there
screen.
you go. Yeah, but wait. Do you go all the way and then go up one or two turns? How do you do
Yeah,
it?
I go all the way back and then up just so the spring's touching.
All right. Yeah.
I wasn't born yesterday,
They don't realize that they're uncalibrating their calibrated wrench.
Yesteryear.
And once in a while, I put two torque wrenches together just to see.
Yeah, John gets all his fans from when he was a cop.
Ooh, I found a still petrol strimmer, gas strimmer, on Marketplace
Robert,
for £40.
Hey, I'm going to start this thing up, so I'm going to say goodbye for a little bit.
Well, you get there. You go. I was hoping he wouldn't say goodbye.
Yeah, really.
Hang on, I'll take a picture of this, see if you can tell what it is.
Let's see how much smoke he gets out of it.
Mm.
Yeah, I was eating Chinese when you came on, and I said,
Ooh, that sounds good.
better hurry up.
From your wait. It's not Wednesday.
I know. My wife's sick. She's been sick for
yeah.
2 weeks now.
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
I don't have her cooking.
Mm-hmm. Let me see. I'm trying to see if I can.
What you got there, Simone? Weed whacker. Yeah.
yeah, it's on Marketplace.
Okay.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
a still
Still, yeah. Huh, nice.
The steel? Yeah.
Yeah.
How
cool.
much?
£40.
Wow.
Oh, that's not bad.
Can't go wrong with
Just
that.
hope it works.
Well, you got people on here to help you fix it. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I need a decent strimmer or weed whacker. You
Is that
can
a
get
split shaft or is that a single shaft?
it looks like a single.
Then you can't
But-
use a brush cutter on it.
Well, one thing I don't know is if you can put a strap on it and hold so it can
Oh yeah, they all come
sit
with
on your
straps.
shoulders.
Yeah, you can just put a U-bolt on and put a strap on it.
Okay. Well, it is second hand, so it might not come with one.
But you can't put on a what do you call brush cutter? You know.
Oh yeah, one enough
Oh,
power.
I've seen those where you've got like the teeth at the end. Yeah,
like a
so you can
plus
reach over stuff and cut through things and so
Nice.
two pieces better.
Yeah, 2 pieces.
Okay. Let's have a look.
Power more.
There's one here that multi-tool trimmer, hedge trimmer. That's not free. I don't understand why people write things as free.
Hmm.
Newton Abbott, apparently it's no money. Free for parts. Oh, it's I see.
Oh.
Apparently.
Jim,
Used
what's
it
going on?
once over last winter and didn't use it. Can't start it again.
How you doing, Ken?
No way.
Where are you on your way to anyway?
You know, I was supposed to get a COVID booster, and I just drove 40 minutes there, and they said they were out.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez.
I don't know if I'm
So
gonna
I
get
am-
it. I've had too many. I don't know, and I still got it. So,
I've had too many, and I still got it too. So everyone in my house has gotten the booster except me, so I'm kind of under pressure to get it.
yeah, we got young kids too, so it makes it different.
Well, they do, and they're traveling right now. They're actually in Germany, so they
wow,
all got the booster because they didn't want to get sick.
yeah.
and have
So
to,
with your
cancel.
wife or
Yes.
oh nice family or just vacation?
Neither actually. They all are in a performing arts school, and they're competing.
Oh, cool. Nice.
Team
What's the
USA.
talent? What's the talent?
Tap.
Oh, cool. Nice. Well, that's good.
What do you make of Stanley brand?
Stanley, what though? Stanley, what?
It's basically a weed whacker. It's got a trimmer. It's got multi tools of everything.
It's probably not made by Stanley because well, remember Stanley owns MTD now, so it's MTD.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's bright yellow.
Yeah, Stanley's yellow and black usually.
Mm.
Actually, it originated in New Britain, Connecticut.
Yeah.
Oh, I never knew that.
Yeah.
Yep, that's right. My grandfather worked in Bridgeport at the Stanley Works foundry where they made all the steel and the castings for Stanley.
Well, they couldn't get this running, so they've been offering it for free.
Oh, wow, cool. Mr. Prime, welcome. I don't know who you are, but welcome anyway.
It's got
They made bearings too, Stanley bearings.
Yeah.
MTD, when it was machine tool, whatever, years ago,
Yeah.
MTD used to make real good stuff, honestly, but now there's too much Chinesium. You know, years ago, MTD was good stuff when they first started making the Cub Cadets. After they bought it from an International, sold the Cub Cadet name to Cub Cadet Corporation (CCC) out of Cleveland, Ohio, and then they sold it to MTD, and then over the years, it's just deteriorated to now it's plastic Chinese crap. But the older MTD stuff, yeah, it's not bad.
Simone, the person that owns all that is probably not talented enough to fix it.
That's what I was thinking.
Free for parts, who knows if all it needs is a carburetor, you know?
Yeah. I mean, the person said they tried to start it. Well, they started it once and they couldn't get it started again.
Yeah, there you go.
Cannot start the machine. Used it once over last winter. Didn't use it, and it can't start it again. Free for parts if picked up.
Go ahead, pick
And
it up.
it was listed 11 hours ago.
Yeah, some people swear by MTD. I mean, but the thing is, MTD, it's widely available. I mean, that's why a lot of people, they see it all everywhere, but it doesn't mean it's great. It just means it's available.
Yeah.
Well, if it does the job.
Is James at Duchess? No, James looks like he's home.
Yeah.
I just got home.
Is it still sunny over there, James, or is that the camera?
It's probably not as bright as it looks out.
Yeah, because I know it's
Pretty
gray.
overcast. Yeah, it's very gray.
It's very dark here.
Yeah, it's one of those days. It was like drizzly all day. It's one of
Oh, I just came down on a torrential downpour.
Tommy,
James, I gotta talk to you.
hang on. I'll just find out. Newton Abbott's not far from me.
How far is who from Simone?
Newton Abbott, where the weed whacker is.
Oh.
Hello, James.
What do you got working, Jimmy?
Bruce,
I got to talk to you.
you know.
pal. I got to interrupt.
Oh, is that about the generator you talked about recently?
Yeah, I've got a 196 Champion, maximum 4,000 watt, with a bad governor.
The compression
gear
release.
clutch. Yeah.
Okay.
So I had another one come in that had a bad stator or coil, and that was a 80 cc. And believe it or not, the two gears are the same number.
Yeah.
Even though
Let's-
they're only $3. It's not the price.
Yeah,
It's not the price.
Let's see. New Zealand.
33 miles away.
Sunny in New Zealand.
You're laughing, aren't you?
I'd go get it, Simone.
Yeah, 40
Yeah.
minutes. Why not?
Well,
Right.
if it's still available, I'm going to go
Yeah.
and get it tomorrow.
Well, call now.
James, I just noticed the other day, because I haven't been on your site in a while, but I was very impressed with all the Amazon links and tools and all that. I didn't realize you had done all that, So a lot of stuff.
Yeah, just kind of as I go. I've been adding stuff that I use.
Now, do you get how do the affiliate links? Are they helping you? Affiliate links?
They do. I mean, it's not a lot. You don't get a lot from it, but
Yeah.
it's something, and
Yeah.
I don't have to do anything. And that's the big thing. I don't have to package anything, send anything out. It's all done by Amazon.
Yeah.
So
I was thinking about doing that with mine, whereas every time I do something, just show the tool I'm using and throw a link to it or so. I never really thought about doing it though. You've got basically everything that you use in there,
pretty much, yeah. I mean, if I can get it from Amazon, I'll put a link to it there. But some stuff you can't, like from the parts sites.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, marketplace is a hard sell too.
I hate dealing with marketplace. You get some real winners on there.
Yeah, Craigslist used
Yeah.
to be the worst, but
Yeah.
no, marketplace. You know what? A lot of big businesses are invading marketplace too.
Yeah.
I think they tried to bring Craigslist over here, but I don't think it took off.
Yeah. There's a few things. That's the one you fixed last year, right, James? Is that the?
No, this is a new one. This was a
Oh.
freebie. It's
Is that an
pretty.
Ooh.
Troy built a real?
Pretty
Is it a real Troy built from Garden Way?
No, I think it's an MTD. It's only 20
Oh yeah,
years
it's MTD.
old.
Yeah, I can tell by the dashboard. That's MTD. Those are decent though. Is that an 826?
It's actually it's a 10 horse, 30 inch.
Wow, good size. Wow,
It's
I had one of
monstrous.
those.
they like to rust. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very rusty, but the
Yeah.
engine runs great.
Yeah.
Heated
Oh, yeah.
grip.
Hand warmers.
Switching, best engine ever.
Yep,
Does it have the hand
Yep.
warmers and
it does.
right and left
No way.
change ups?
Triggers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's got the
Yep.
standard.
I had the exact same one.
Saying that, I bought some heated grips for when I get the Kawasaki back on the road.
Oh, nice.
Who's that, Jim?
Yeah.
A customer or what was that on the snowboard?
No, this was actually a friend in town. He got it from one of his friends as a project, and he took it apart, found out it had no spark, and then he just sent me a message and said, "You want it?" So
Oh, wow.
I took it.
You
The
get-
only problem, actually, the engine runs great. Everything works great. It looks like hell, but the belly pan I put somewhere.
Is it worth giving it a lick of
Wow,
paint?
look at that.
Oh
That's
my God.
good old mouse urine hard at
Yeah.
work.
Yeah.
Wow.
Belly pan is destroyed and discontinued.
Nah, I would just bend up a piece of sheet metal. That's all.
Yeah, easy. Bend
Yeah,
up a new
that's-
piece of steel.
Yeah, that's what I figured I could do. Just cut one to size, bolt it on, and just
Yeah.
bend it. And
The one thing I don't like about those is the gear shift. Sometimes when you try
Yeah.
and go in the upper gears, it'll fall out because you have to bend the lever like a V, an inverted V, so it stays in the grooves.
Mm.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
so
springs.
That one doesn't look too bad, but sometimes the lever bends when people pull them to the right, and it
Yeah.
won't stay into the groove is like a tapered groove. And
yeah,
sometimes it's tapered up and they wear out the plastic. But they're
Got lots
decent throwers, though. I can't complain. A good engine. So what the hell? It's
yeah,
just-
they're good engines. I've got this one. It's all Tecumseh right now. I've got this one.
Mhm.
I've got that one.
Is that the one we've been talking about for a year?
It is. Yeah, I actually got a new spring, a new valve,
Yep.
Is that,
a OEM coil, and a
is that-
plug.
Is that a Jenny?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
was it Coleman, right? Is it Coleman?
This one, yeah, it's a Coleman PowerMate.
Yeah.
An
Oh,
older
cool.
model, but
Yep.
it's I think it's an 8 horse probably on here.
5,000.
That one was a 10, I thought, right? The one you had problems with?
Actually, yeah, 5,000.
Yeah.
That's probably a 10. That's probably a 10, right?
Mm.
Yeah, HH100. Yeah.
You need at least
Oh.
9 horsepower.
I wanted to
And this
get a
one's-
Jenny for the
Yeah.
welder, but the welder eats too much power.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, those things, Jim, we can't get rid of those things around here, those power mates. They want the new
No.
overhead valve
Nice.
ones, you know?
Well, the thing is, they're not worth a whole lot. I mean, this one I paid $50 for. This one was free.
Yeah.
So even if I
Nice.
fix it, no one's gonna pay much for it.
No, what do you get for those? $150?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, not recently though. Nothing's selling because we don't have any
No,
storms.
we need a
so,
storm. Yeah, you need a good storm.
Yeah, I've been working on a lot of other non-generator stuff. Actually, the next few weeks it's going to be
Jefferson Beans hot.
non-generator videos.
We've been doing a lot of that lately.
Mr. Prime, that's very useful to know.
Yeah, I've been gauging your videos based on how many coffees to finish.
I've not heard
Funny.
of Jefferson before.
Jefferson.
I don't know if we have that brand here.
What is that? A generator?
I'm guessing so. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, right now, unless there's a storm or a hurricane or good snow, you're not
Okay,
really
that's good.
selling generators.
Yeah, you shouldn't run a welder with a generator because the power surges, you know.
It does.
It's not
It's
good for the welder.
It's a big surge. Yeah, a lot of people do that though. I mean, they actually sell welders with generators in them, but they're oversized generators to handle that surge.
There was a guy I watched his YouTube channel. He hasn't put anything up for a long time. He was welding an old Rover P6, and he was using a generator at his garage, and it was so loud while he was welding. I think he must have had this generator on full blast.
Well, a lot of the bigger ones, they have old diesel engines on them too.
Yeah.
You have the power, the torque, and all that. You know?
Well, I have my compressor is just at 15 amps, right? I mean, it's right there. And I run it on a 110 volt outlet. For you in England, that wouldn't exist. And then I tried to run it off the 30 amp output of my generator, and it still bogged it down, James.
Wow.
So you have to have a pretty good oomph on your generator.
We got our buddy Robert in the basement, but Robert, only if I can see your face am I going to put you up. I don't want to look at your ceiling fan.
I'm going to bring up the details of the welder I bought.
Okay, I'm going back to work, guys. I'm almost done my tuna.
There you go. That's all right.
Robert, how you doing, fella?
I'm all right. Yeah, the generator welder combo, we had a Lincoln Electric, had a twin cylinder on-and engine on it at work.
Yeah.
They sold the thing, and I tell you what, I felt sorry for whoever bought that joke.
Well, remember, those are continuous duty ones. You could melt frozen pipes with them, you know.
Wow.
Yeah,
continuous duty, you could use it.
Yeah, this thing was pull start and electric start, but the pull start you had to wrap the rope around and then hook it in. I said, whoever bought that thing, good luck on finding on-and twin cylinder engine parts.
Yeah. Hey, Robert, did you get hit with any of that hurricane past couple of days or no?
Nah, that last one they were talking about, Lee, it just stayed away from us.
How far inland are you though, Robert? How far from the water?
Probably 300 miles.
Oh, okay. So you're pretty far in. Okay.
Yeah. Nah, that last one that hit Florida, damn, what was that one called? Yeah, well, we just got a lot of rain from it.
Yeah. Yeah, we just got a little bit of rain, a lot of wind though. A lot of wind.
Yeah. Now I went to Walmart today and had to pick up some supplies. I bought one Autolite spark plug, and then I went over to AutoZone and bought the 6 remaining NGK plugs they had. I'm like, I don't know which is the best plug. I'm supposed to.
I like the Autolite. I don't have a problem with Autolite. I know Walmart went to Autolite from Champion. I used to go to there and get the 99-cent Champions. I'd buy 100 at a time, but now they went to Autolites.
Oh, I always used to like Champion spark plugs.
Yeah. But the J19LM, I mean, that's the standard, and you got the B2LM over there across the pond. So
now I got a bunch of Champion J19LMs out there in the shop somewhere. But one day I was using my Craftsman 4-in-1 yard vacuum. I put there was a Champion plug but for some reason the engine wouldn't start. So I put the old plug back in, things start right back up. I'm like, I don't know what it was.
Yeah, lately we got to check plugs because you never know where they're making them. You know.
Oh,
Yeah.
do you ever get that spark plug tester to where you can test the smaller plugs, Ken?
No, I got to modify mine to do the small stuff because they're just made for the longer electrode, the longer porcelain, but easy to modify.
Yeah.
Yeah, just need something to step up the bottom to the bottom of the plug, right?
Yeah, just either put a little loop of brass or something. I was gonna put like an S-shaped piece of brass in there, so that way if it's the smaller one, it'll just bypass, hit that, and go with the big one. Brucey, what are you being sarcastic there? What are you doing?
Torch.
Is that what it had in it?
He's holding the torch up.
Did you check it on your multimeter? There you go.
He's breaking windows.
Although it's funny, I tested about 20 torch plugs that were in my scrap pile on that spark tester I had, and they all lit. But watch, if James was saying, put a little heat. I'm gonna do a video, James, with a heat gun, throw some heat on the plugs, warm them up, and then see what they do in that tester. You know, just for the heck of it.
Yeah, that's a good point because a lot of plugs. I shouldn't say that, but sometimes when plugs fail, they fail when they get hot.
Yeah. Well, you did
They'll
that
run
video where
fine.
you had the propane torch, and you showed it die with the propane. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Uh,
So wait, James, you're now the bachelor. Is that what it is?
For a few days. They come back on Friday.
There you go. Time to take a few days vacation, right?
I wish.
Yeah.
No, back to work.
Yeah, that's right.
I've been trying to find a spark plug for my 13 horse Enduro Tecumseh overhead valve engine. But it's getting hard to find. I need to get that lawnmower back because the John Deere, they told me it's gonna cost right at $1,500 to get that engine retapped and bolts and stuff. I'm like, get that mess. Nope, y'all can keep it. So trying to find that bottom part of the engine for that Kohler engine. Yeah. Nope. Unless I went on eBay and found it for them. Like I said, they would have to drill and tap all 4 bolts, then find a new wiring harness. And they talking about $1,500 at the John Deere dealership. I was like, well, y'all can do what y'all want to with it.
Yeah, I was working on a tractor, an old IH out my driveway today, and the guy who had it, I don't know what he did with the spark plug, but I'm taking it out. All of a sudden, after the first thread, you hear, and like, oh.
Yeah.
And it grabbed 2 threads, grabbed aluminum. I was able to get it out and rechase it, but I put an Autolite 216 in because on the older Kohler K series, they use an H10C Champion, which is an Autolite 216. I like the Autolites better. They seem to work better, but I was so nervous because, like I said, 1 or 2 threads now is buggered up, and I don't want it to get locked. But I went crazy. We were on the WhatsApp today, and I had the coil tester, the capacitor tester, blah, 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 and it still wasn't getting spark. And then I finally got spark, and then it wouldn't fire, and then the points, there's good and bad about the old engines. And, you know, when you run into the old engines with coils and points, and it's a pain in the butt, especially when it's raining out, when it's like drizzly.
Yeah. Hey, did you ever have a copy made of that key?
No, you know what? They still offer it. MTD still offers that key.
Okay.
If you call up I looked up an old International Harvester Cub Cadet parts list because I have all the manuals, and they sell the ignition separately. I actually bought an ignition switch that came with that key. I put them side to side today. Perfect. Exact same key. But this one, it has a G on it, just the letter G for the brand of key. I don't know who G is. The original ones have a diamond with the letter B on the inside. So whoever made those keys for International years ago. But what I'm hearing is International Harvester only had like 10 or 15 keys that fit all their stuff. You know what I mean? So, and in this case, this is a key number 1146, and that, you know, fits tons of things. So, yeah. But I just happen to have an 1146 in my stash and a brand new MTD ignition switch in the bag, brand new, with that exact same key.
Nice.
So I lucked out.
Yeah, John Deere used to do the same thing. They had different keys for their products, and then they all came back to one key.
Yep. That happened to my mother years ago. She
Yeah.
had a Toyota Celica she was selling, and I swear to God, the kids must have had a ring of keys with them because they grabbed my mother. One kid's talking to her, and the other one's sitting inside the car. I'm like, what the hell's he doing? He's probably trying different keys until he got one that fit. Next
no
morning,
way.
car's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
You ever see that on Amazon? They sell like this key ring. It's probably like 300 different tractor keys,
really?
and will start almost any machine, like not just small machines, like
Oh,
big
yeah, you
ones
find the
too.
bigger stuff. Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, that's what I did today. I was looking today for that IH key, and the guy said, "Yeah, it's a key ring with like 100 keys on it." He goes, "Damn near anything," and I'm like, "Oh shit, is that legal?" You know?
I have keys still for lifts. The construction lifts.
Mm.
You see them underneath bridges on highways. I could drive one away.
What was it? Yeah, I think Master Lock, they had one key that would fit all the locks they made.
Wow.
Well, I know with us in maintenance where I am, we have master keys to like Lista, toolboxes and Snap-on toolbox and stuff like that. And it's hard to get master keys. They don't just sell them. You have to like sign your life away. But we have a few. Because you know what it is? People either they quit or they die or whatever, and their box it's like, who's got the key? And you're like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And on the key it says can't duplicate them.
yeah. Well, even my house keys. When I first had a locksmith put in locks when I bought my house, it said right on, do not duplicate. And I went to a locksmith maybe 6-8 miles up the road because my locksmith went out and he retired. So I went to a locksmith maybe 3-4 miles away, and he goes, "Oh yeah, I'll make you one." I'm like, "It says do not duplicate it." I don't care. Okay.
Yeah, making money, isn't he?
So yeah, but it was a standard blank. I guess he had like 1,000 blanks on the wall. I was going to go to Home Depot with that International Harvester key today before and see, hey, do you have a blank that looks like this? Just to see, and make half a dozen,
Yeah.
But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, otherwise I was going to take an old key I had and hand file it to see if it worked. But I was telling everyone when I first came on here, once International Harvester went to the Quiet Line series of tractor, which is the 1200, 1250, 14, 1450, 1650, all those, they went to the INDAT key, which is the standard key for 99.9% of all tractors now is the INDAT that has like the 2 or 3 little eyes, and that's it. Yeah. So.
Yeah. It was like what Snapper and MTD back in the day used to use the universal INDAT key system.
Yeah, INDAT everyone uses INDAT. What's it, 32 amp?
Because with the INDAT key system on an old Snapper, you could just take a screwdriver and start one more.
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I have what do you call it? A chain for my spare tire on my trailer. It's got a magnetic key.
Oh.
It's got little magnets on it. So
Yep.
That's cool.
Did you guys see that screw system they have now for like trim, where you have that thing you run with a drill where the magnets rotate around and it spins the screw inside? I thought it was pretty cool. So you could do like handrails and things and the hidden hardware.
That's good. Yeah. Guys, I'm going to head off. It's getting quite late now.
All right. What do you got there? 6, so it's 11 o'clock, almost 11, right?
Yeah. Thanks, Mr. Prime. Yeah. And I'll see you guys later.
All right, Simone, we'll catch you later.
Have a good one.
See you.
Bye, everyone in chat.
12 o'clock in Klaus's. It's 11 o'clock in UK.
5 hours. Yeah, 5 hours.
5 hours.
Yeah, 11, yeah.
But now I find out we're changing the clocks late this year, November 5th. It's late.
Yep.
I thought usually it's just before Halloween. This year.
November 5th, huh?
Yeah, a little later this year. That means, well, at least it'll be lighter for the trick-or-treaters.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
I don't get it.
Yeah, that's weird. With the trick-or-treaters nowadays, it's a lot of younger kids now, and they come like right after dinner, like 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
They come early. You get any up your way, Jim? You got a long driveway.
No, trick-or-treaters? Not really.
Yeah. Yeah, they got to hike pretty good to get up to your front door.
Yeah, I mean the whole really the whole town. There's not like when I was a kid.
Yeah,
not a lot.
Did you grow up in that area as well?
No, so it might just be the area that I'm in. Doesn't have a lot. Yeah. We usually take the RV though. In October camping, and the campsite we go to, they have trick or treating every Saturday night.
Oh, cool!
And it's great. That's a lot of people there. All kids.
Connecticut or New York?
It's New York.
Yeah, nice.
That you had a problem last year, didn't you? Something where it went wrong with something on the trailer.
Oh no, that's when the thing almost
Yeah.
jackknifed with the jacks on the
Yeah,
brakes.
yeah.
Yeah, it almost sent me into the river.
It was in Maryland.
No.
Is it Maryland?
Yeah, I think it was
Delaware?
Maryland.
Yeah.
Yeah, I took the jacks off.
Did you?
This whole system's
Oh, that
been
would have scared the
deleted.
hell out of me. I don't think I would have known what to do, especially in the middle
Yeah.
of a bridge and no way to pull over.
Yeah.
Now, what'd
No,
you say? The cars were on the side of you beeping. You're sparking.
Well, no, I came to a complete stop when the jacks hit the ground. So I
Oh,
sat
really?
there for about a minute trying to get the system to go back up. And after a few guys almost rear-ended me at highway speeds, I decided to just put it in drive and
Spark
break
it
the
off.
jacks off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, thankfully they didn't lift the drive wheels off the ground, because they can lift all four wheels off the ground, and then you're
Right.
screwed.
How many
So-
did all four fail, or how many?
None of them were responding. They had all dropped. Only one of them was making like constant solid contact with the
Yeah.
ground, and the other three were about 3/4 of the way down.
Wow,
Well,
that must have
Yeah.
been an expensive fix. Or did you fix it, or what'd you do?
no, you took them
No.
off.
No, I pulled
That's
over.
right.
When I got off the bridge, I pulled over, cracked the hydraulic lines, and used the jack to jack them all up and strap them up,
Yeah.
and just drove it straight to the local dealer and told them to take them off.
Yeah.
Now that was just you, right? Did you just drop your family off and you were heading home?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Interesting.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know a guy.
That'll make for a harrowing adventure.
I know
Yeah,
a guy.
for-
Yeah.
What was that? New Jersey? A bus with a bunch of kids.
Oh yeah, the band camp. Yeah, two
Yeah.
people died. Yeah, they went over a 50-foot embankment off of 84.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah, it landed on its side. Luckily, no children passed, but there were only two adults on the whole trip: the chaperone and the band leader, and they both passed away.
Yeah. Now, did they find out what happened? Why?
Yeah, they said it was a tire failure. Tire failure.
Tire failure. Yeah.
Either blew a tire or a brake locked up. Some with a rim and tire. Yeah,
Yeah.
it wasn't the driver's fault or anything.
I know a
That's
guy.
sucks. They go into band camp. Band camp sucks anyway. But
I know a guy. He owned a trucking company. Well, he had a driver go to Ken's Foods in McDonald's order to pick up. Well, he did not raise up the dry van jacks,
ooh,
so he had to go to a truck supply place and buy the whole new kit and replace all of it. I'm like, and then years later, he's out there working on one of his trucks in his yard. One of the tractor rigs fell on him, killed him.
ooh. Yeah, that happened. My father was a lineman for 40 years for the local power company, and some kids had stole a car one time. And you've seen the UI trucks, the big utility trucks. They slammed on Boston Avenue here in Bridgeport. They fishtailed, hit the side of the truck. He was in one of the utility cabinets getting something. The truck just went right over on him. 11 tons.
Wow.
Boom. Yeah. Yep. Crazy. When your time's up, your time's up.
Yeah. Yeah. Pages turned. Yeah.
But anyway, what's the next thing to work on though, Jim? Whether you got that thrower?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, I'm working on that snowblower you saw earlier, so that it's fully functional now. It's just a matter of fixing that belly pan and a few other miscellaneous things, and then I'm diving into that Tecumseh generator that
The
gave
valve
me
one?
trouble. The valve one, yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at the new one I got, which is exactly like the old one. The
Yeah.
new one I got actually doesn't feel like it has compression. So, we'll see, what comes of that.
Yeah, I wonder if
then-
there's anything in the valve guide, anything holding it up. Because I still say sticking
Yeah.
with the valve.
When I took it apart, I mean, the valve moved freely in the
Yeah.
guide. Like it didn't seem like
when
there
it
was
heats up,
anything.
it sticks. Yeah.
It could. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I tried to clean up the valve. I did get a new valve, a new spring. I don't have a reamer for the guide, so if I do take it apart,
I got
I'll
that.
have to
Well,
do that.
I'm saying if you want to, I can lend it to you. Just if you ever want to drop by, I have an adjustable reamer for those.
Okay.
What size is the shaft?
Um,
Is it 5/16 or is it 3/8 or what? Or quarter?
That is a good question.
I have a
I wanna say
5/16 adjustable reamer that I use on the Kohler K series. So,
I think it's 5/16.
yeah, usually 5/16 is pretty standard. The
got the new
smaller
valve.
rigs have 1/4-inch stems, but I know most of them are 5/16.
Oh yeah. Other day I was watching that. What's that guy? Oh, in Wisconsin or Minnesota.
Where's your caliper? 5/16s?
Oh yeah, real.
125.
That guy, real man
0.3.
skills.
How much, Jim?
Yeah. 0.3
0.3. Yeah,
is the diameter.
5/16s. Yep. Yeah, if you want to swing by, or I could pop it in the mail. Either way.
Now once he gets there, Ken like, hey, we'll take.
Well, no, you know what it is.
Hollywood
You
out
know
of
what it
me.
is. My lead man Wayne. We all know my lead man Wayne that works with me. He's got a 5,000 Generac that he wants you to look at, James. And I keep telling him, yeah, one day we'll go up, one day we'll go up, and we never do. So I'll ask.
What's wrong with it?
Just not making power. We tried everything you suggested. It's just not making power. We tried to excite it, with the residual and things like that. It's in beautiful shape. Don't get me wrong. It's just something's not right. And he goes, "Oh, have your friend Jim look at it." I said, "Yeah, but it's not a long ride." But I said to him, I go, "He's got a brand new. He just bought a 4 or 5 year old diesel GMC, like one of these expensive pickups that are like $100,000 nowadays." But anyway, I said to him, I said, "Well, now you got the pickup loaded in the back of your pickup. We'll go visit Jim one Saturday when he has time, and we'll see." I mean, it could be a 5-minute. Oh, there you go. One of those things.
Yeah.
It starts and runs great. It just doesn't make. It makes like 3 volts, 4 volts.
I've had a lot of Generacs recently with problems. Engine problems.
It's
a lot of rotor failures.
GT 5000. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I've also got power heads that'll fit that too. I don't know if he wants to really spend any money on it though. I mean,
I don't know. I
even
mean,
the cheapest one is
and meeting you and what's going on, that kind of thing.
Yep.
All right, take care, Jason. But because every time he says, "Oh, you talk to that guy," I said, I talk to him all the time. I said, but it's just, to head up your way or you would head down my way. I said, what I should have done is had him drop it off at my house, so that way, because you and I usually get together once in a while to pick up something or drop off something or whatever. But I don't like storing stuff, because you've seen what happens to stuff when it's in my garage for a while. It turns to rust.
Yeah, I should show you the Generac I got from you now. It's completely stripped. Like, I've used the engine for something.
Yeah.
And I've used the power head for something else. But I still have the frame.
Did you actually
use that?
You actually fix the engine, Jim? With the cam?
Yes, actually, yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So it's funny. One of the bearings is a little noisy, but the engine is fixed. It's actually on this machine.
Yep.
So
nice.
I got to do the final test on that. And this is the frame of the generator you gave me, which I'm currently using it as a test stand for a Briggs.
Nice.
Yeah.
Which works pretty well.
Said it was just gathering dust and rust in my house.
Yeah.
So, and like I said, those that don't know, that had a bad camshaft where it just wore through. There was like no exhaust lobe left, and you can see all the fines in the oil. And I told the owner, I said, "Look, you want me to get rid of it for you?" I said, "I will." I didn't charge him anything. I had serviced it for about 5-6 years, and finally, I said to him when it started popping out the exhaust and intake at the same time, I said, "The cam is gone."
Yeah.
And, he ended up buying something newer, and I took it off his hands and just stored it for 5 years. So,
yeah, the exhaust lobe, it actually wasn't as worn as I thought, but it was definitely worn.
Yeah.
And there was rust in there. I mean, there was some rust on the bearings, rust on the crank.
You would think Briggs would warranty something like that, soft lobes like that.
Yeah, that's Generac, though. That's not Briggs. That's Generac.
Yeah, it's been the GP series. It's known for having that problem.
Yeah.
But both of the ones I've worked on that have had lobe problems also had rust in the engine.
Really?
So it may not be the cam. It could be how the generator's stored, or maybe just really bad metal.
Yeah.
It just seems hard to believe that it would rust when everything's coated in oil.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Weird.
Whatever happened that one, the Predator one? Did you ever sell that?
Yep, that
Oh,
one's gone.
That one was in nice shape.
Yeah, just a bad sticky compression release.
Yep. What did you end up changing the cam or just freeing it up?
I swapped it out, I think, for a used cam.
Okay.
And it was in better shape. At least it didn't have a sticky release on it.
Yeah, it was funny how you touched it. Boom, it just went right back.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, did you ever sell that Cub Cadet mower you working on, James?
yeah, what's that one going to be for? The one you just did?
That one I still have. I actually just put it in storage. I'm going to wait till the spring and probably sell it.
Now's not the time unless you have
Actually,
a bagger.
You
yeah,
put a lot of
yeah,
money
that's-
into that sucker.
more than I thought.
Yeah.
Going into it.
Yeah.
I mean, I could have cheaped out, I guess, and tubed the tires to save a little bit there.
Mm.
You know, people were still complaining. They're like, "Why don't you change both coils? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that?" It's like, look, I haven't even cut the lawn once with it, and we're up to $450, and
Yeah.
the transmission is questionable.
Yeah, and $500 is what you get usually for those things.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm
Exactly.
saying.
Yeah, exactly. So
But
you
hey,
gotta
if you
draw
can
the line.
if you can make some video money, what the hell?
There you go.
Yeah.
'Cause,
Well, it's not their money either. That's why they complain.
Yeah, it was a donation, so what the heck?
Yeah, 'cause
Exactly.
I just recently did a video. I broke out my Craftsman generators, the 4375 startup 3500 continuous run generator. Got it. Those. I was looking at that. I plugged the fan up and I forgot. Oh, I'm supposed to turn the fan off before I let the generator warm up, but the thing's still making power on me. Need about $500 for that thing.
Yeah, that's what they say, James. Right? Shut everything off before you shut off your generator,
Yeah.
so you don't suck the
you
residual magnetism out of it.
if it has, if it relies on residual magnetism, that can kill it.
Mm.
And even the AVR, it'll stress it out. I think more importantly, though, if you have something plugged into it and you're shutting it down or it's running out of gas, you're going to create lots of power surges and damage potentially something you have plugged into there.
Yeah.
What's up, Mr. Clem?
Not much. How are y'all today?
Hey, another gray, rainy day. It's supposed to continue until tomorrow afternoon.
Wish we'd get some rain. It is so dry here. I mowed a couple of days ago and it looked like it's just covered in dust,
fall
dirt,
is
and grass.
here. Definitely.
I kept having to stop the mower to see where I was at. No lie.
How's the weather down there, John? Is it getting cooler out there?
It's not as bad as in the. It's probably about 93 today.
Holy
It's kind
cow.
of humid.
Wow.
There's
Yeah.
a few rain showers popped up everywhere but here. It's always to the north of us, south of us, east of us, and all going away from us.
Yeah, I was watching the storm come from Texas heading your way, but I don't know if it hit you or not.
Clear.
We're supposed to get some tomorrow. Hope it happens.
Yeah, that's cool weather here.
Let me see what. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Let me see what it is here right now. It
Those are days.
is.
This is the best time of year because I don't have to turn on the AC and I don't have to turn on the heat for like another
Yeah.
4
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
And I tell my wife and my kids, I said, you know what? Halloween, I'll turn it back on. But from now to Halloween, put a blanket.
Yeah.
It's like the 2 months when I can save like $1,000.
Hello.
Hey, Mr. Bruce.
Because I'm hearing about the oil prices this year and I'm choking again.
You didn't
Nah.
freeze it?
Great.
No, I never do. Because I know the guy who owns the oil
Well,
company,
hang on.
a friend of mine.
No,
He usually gives me a good deal because I pay cat. Wow.
30.
It's 90 here right now.
That's
Wow.
nasty.
You can
I'm
keep
not
that.
moving that way.
No.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I may move up to Connecticut.
Yeah. Come on up.
Like I said,
Blend right
get
in. Blend right in.
105 We'll get 105 in the summer. And we'll get -5 in the winter. Yeah, we have
Yeah.
Yeah. Here in Michigan, 72 today.
Yeah.
The UK's getting hit pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
A lot of rain over there. Yeah. Hey, Scott, what's going on?
I saw Mick just about floated away the other night.
Oh,
Listen,
yeah.
Yeah. I like that video we did on that Ryobi weed eater. You're like, I don't want to work on it, but I'll make an exception this time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
It's a waste.
Oh yeah, and I was watching that other guy down there in Texas, that small engine DYI. Somebody brought him an Echo straight shaft, like a SRM 225.
Yeah, I got a bunch of this to work on.
The foot on it, the gears are stripped out. I'm like, man, somebody probably didn't keep the thing greasy. Put another foot on, but the other foot was not greasable. I'm like,
You usually hear those SRMs. It's all carburetors, all those rotary barrel carburetors.
Yeah.
I was supposed to have a steel pole saw come today, but he never showed. 2 hours later, I messaged him. He's, I had something come up. Well, yeah, thanks a lot for letting me know. Ass.
Oh, I hate that. Oh, right.
Yeah.
And you hang around all day and you don't show up.
Can you work on it tomorrow? We'll see.
Yeah.
I'll let you know.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
recently.
Yeah.
Broke
Sit by
out
the
my-
phone. I'll let you know.
Yeah.
I just
There was
recently-
one guy.
Don't hold your breath, buddy.
Yeah, one guy who called me up and he was saying how. Oh no, it was Gary actually. We're talking to Gary today, Bernanke, and he was saying how there's a guy in my town with a Craftsman tractor, and I think I blew him off. I think I just said I'm too busy, right? Because I was. I mean, when we had the 100-degree weather, I wasn't working outside and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
So I sort of blew him off. So he calls up.
I was.
He's Gary's like sisters, something, brothers, some friend. Anyway, he's in my town, and he wants Gary to drive down to service his mower. And Gary's like, I'm not driving all the way down to service his mower. He goes, you're in Trumbull where I am. He goes, oh, I know a kid down there named Ken. He goes, no, I tried him. He's too busy. And I was like, oh, you know?
A kid?
People don't realize it's a hobby, and you do hobbies to have fun.
Well,
Right. When they don't show up, fun turns
Yep.
into madness.
It's not fun.
I had a guy this week didn't show up and it pissed me off. Pardon my language.
I pulled, Tommy, I pulled 70 pints in about 6 hours.
Cool.
No,
Hey,
I
bloodbath.
just- no, I just
You hate to be mean to them, but I mean, they ought to
Well, no, the thing was,
respect you also.
But you never know what the problem is, though. I mean, I think this, if I'm not mistaken, there's 2 people asking me to work on the tractors. One guy ran over something, and he's got a manual PTO, like an AYP, where you lift the lever up and over the J shape, you know? And he said, the PTO's not working. I ran over something. I don't know what's wrong. Do you have time? And I really didn't have time. And I said to him, well, leaf season isn't for a couple weeks. I said, give me a week or so and I'll call you back. Well, you know, I really want to fix. Well, go ahead. I mean, whatever, you know.
Go somewhere else.
So, and then this other guy, I don't know what's wrong with it, but who knows? I mean, it could be anything from a blown engine to the battery terminal's not on. You know, you never know.
Yeah.
Like I said, wait till Dave starts doing his repairs with that new truck, that pig truck that he put out.
Yeah.
You never have everything, and you.
No, I did a lot of on the road repairs over the years, and the worst one, I was literally in town, only about 3-4 miles from home. I didn't have a deep 18 millimeter socket. Thankfully, my son at the time was working at Home Depot, just walking out the door. And I call him. I go, where are you? He goes, I'm walking out of work. I go, walk back in and get me an 18 millimeter deep socket. And literally, he drove it to me because it was on the way home. But if you're there and you don't have the right tool, either you got to schlep home or you got to schlep to the nearest hardware store or something. How do you charge for that? You know what I mean? It's just
Well, and then when you got to slip home to get something that's 4 trips.
Yeah, especially when my truck with 10 miles to a gallon, I'm going to 20 of gas just for that.
And if it's 15 miles out, that's 60 miles on a pickup truck that gets 10 to 12 miles to the gallon. So
I used to do one job.
and your time.
I used to do a job in South Salem, New York, once a year for a guy. He would pay me to be there the whole day. He gave me like $1,000. I would be there the whole day working on like 6-7 pieces of equipment. Just once a year.
Boss. Yes, boss.
But I knew exactly what he had, what it needed, what I would need. Plus, he was an ex-motocross racer, so he had a shop with anything you could.
Right. That's what you want.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I just recently did some work on my steel be all 400 backpack ball, repaint that orange part.
Yeah, I saw that. Why'd you paint the inside of it?
Well, I just OCD apparently, but like I said,
Nothing wrong with that.
nah, but
I got to go, you guys. I got my tune-up done.
Take care, Mr. Bruce.
See you, Bruce.
See you later.
I swept the floor with a blower.
Yeah.
I see that.
yeah,
Yeah.
like I said,
I was watching that, Robert, and I said the inside of it looked just as nice as the outside.
well, the thing is, come this December, I've had that unit 26 years. Only time I've had to have it worked on when I came here because of ethanol gas.
Yeah.
I had in Griffin, so I took it to the shop and said, "Get this thing back running right."
Yeah, the only problem I ever have with those, the spark arresters load up. You know?
Yeah, well, I've been lucky. That spark arrest on it is doing fine, but that spark arrest on my SRN 225 weed eater, my Echo. Yeah, I don't know what it was, but I think moreover is just, you know, how well you mix the gas, you know, stuff like that. You know?
Yeah.
But,
I took mix of advice, and I only mix what I use.
yep.
Yeah, I do about a gallon at a time.
Yeah. I just say this. I feel sorry for everybody in Canada, even people that own boats, because the Canadian government is wanting to do away with ethanol-free gas. Everybody with outboard motor, yeah, better get electronic fuel injection.
Yeah.
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 All right.
See the fish I got this morning?
What'd you get?
Dang.
A 12-inch perch.
13 and a half.
13 and a half.
Now, do you eat them, Brock?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. 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 Look at the water this morning
Now, what area is that?
in Michigan.
Oh, okay. One of the Great Lakes or what?
Yellow.
Oh no, this is just a little inland lake.
Yeah, yellow perch, right?
Yep, yellow perch. Yep. Yeah, that was pretty fast there, Hank. You're like, that's a perch. That's my favorite fish.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, but what's perch? Does perch taste like trout? What's it taste like?
I don't know. It's got a distinctive taste, actually. It's like more like
Tastes like chicken.
more like a walleye, maybe. Yeah.
Now, what do you do with a perch? Do you fillet it, or what do you do to cook it?
I deep fry mine.
Oh, okay.
So I batter it and deep fry it in a deep fryer.
The whole thing, or just the fillets, or what?
Well, I cut the tail and the head off, and
Yep.
then I gut it, and then I just peel the skin right off, and then I dip it and fry it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Delicious.
An old timer told me about 15 years ago, maybe, how to do it, and I never done it any other way since.
Yeah.
Fish is
You
expensive,
can't
right?
fillet them things.
No.
It's too bony.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Small bone.
Well,
Only-
even by us, you try and get fish and chips now. Like Big Y has the best fish and chips around here. But anyway, you get just a regular fish and chip. It's like
That's for sure,
$18.
Tommy.
Yeah. Yeah. So I got 30 this morning. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, do you
So-
freeze them, or we do?
Yeah, I freeze them. Yeah. Well, because, here in northern Michigan, when it snows, it snows and it doesn't stop. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No ice fishing?
yeah, ice fishing too.
Snow.
Yep.
I've heard of that before.
Yeah.
Well, say you should be getting snow. What, November, late November?
Yeah.
Now, do you get lake effect type snow or what?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's terrible, man. Yeah. But I love it because the ice fishing is just phenomenal. I mean, by the time November, December rolls around, the perch are like really big.
Now, you have a fish shack, or
Yeah, a shanty. Yep.
yeah, Shannon. Yep.
Yep.
Thanks. You ever see any of them fall into the water?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I seen the snow machine fall in the water, and then I got it out. And this is before I started doing videos. And I actually saved the thing. And the guy still at the bar up the road, he still brags about it. You know that guy over there, he saved my doggone sled.
Was it fully submerged?
Oh yeah, it was bad. Yeah. So I just drained it and just kept on doing the oil, thing, and just I
Was
saved
it a
it.
2-stroker or 4?
There's a 4-stroke.
4-stroker.
Yeah. Brand new, actually.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Brand new. Yep.
Dang.
Yeah, there was
Had,
somebody.
Hey, Ray.
Like maybe a week old, I think it was.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep. Something like 22 grand or something he paid for it.
There's no sign saying ice thin or anything like that.
Well, there's no sign saying no drink on the water either. So he was, yeah.
Yeah.
Nah,
was crazy.
what a doggy. One time I was weed eating a customer's yard at the lake. I fell. My SRN 225 Echo went in the water. I'm like,
Oh,
snap. I got it out just in time. Put it back on land, fire right back up. I'm like,
Yeah, I think two strokes are less forgiving. I think.
oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
A friend of mine's wife posted a video yesterday about 5 miles from my house on Highway 29. It's a little 2-lane highway. There was a 13.8 foot long alligator on the side of the highway. Everybody was stopping to film it, and some dumb bud in a black Jeep Wrangler pulls up trying to run his head over, and the gator grabs the front right tire and explodes the tire. They're like, "Yeah, get your jack out now, fool."
There was no sign out there either, was there?
Yeah, like, you moron. God, big old gator though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet.
Is that a lot of swamps around there, John?
It's swampy. We have our good share of gators. A lot of small ones. You don't see them getting 13-foot long much. Now in the river, we have 2 rivers that run through our area. They get pretty big in the rivers.
Any issues with like grabbing pets and things?
Not that I've heard of. I mean, in my career, I didn't have any alligator calls.
Yeah.
Oh,
I just hear those horror stories about people living in Florida, like with their pool houses.
Now,
and
I did
dogs
see.
going by the little water.
Yeah, on the news this morning while I was watching YouTube. Imagine that. And I was watching a news spot from Pinellas County, Florida, where a guy was walking down the road next to a canal, had like a little culvert with a bridge over it. And he said, I walk this way every day and I'll look over there, see if I see any fish or snakes swimming around. And he looked over there and he saw a big alligator with half a torso in its mouth.
Oh,
Person?
And he ran. There was a fire hall about 400 feet from where he was.
Oh, yeah, here we go. Woman's body found in jaws of Florida alligator identified.
Identified? Okay, it wasn't identified this morning.
41-year-old.
Dang.
Wow.
But it was right there by a school. And the guy says kids play out here by this canal all the time. It's like, great.
Yeah, Sabrina Peckham, 41 years old. Wow. Yeah, cause of death pending. Yeah, how about you got chopped in half?
Yeah, choked by an alligator.
Well, did that happen first or second?
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
Wait, the alligator was 13 feet, 8.5 inches long.
Now, was it?
How long?
13 feet.
13.8. Yeah.
Now, was it
big?
Those people down there in Louisiana, swamp people.
Oh, wait, here's the thing. Ironically, this woman was arrested in July for trespassing on county wetlands.
Oh, goodness.
That'll teach her.
Yeah.
Shouldn't sleep on the side of the bank.
Poor alligator probably had to get shot, right?
Holy cow.
Well, they actually on the article, on the story, excuse me, they said they roped him with a dually 4-wheel drive pickup truck, and the gator was pulling the truck into the water, and they had to shoot the alligator, drug him out with the truck, and then had to shoot him again to kill him.
Wow.
Yeah. It's just like that TV show Swamp People. Them alligators,
That's the guy they were interviewing this morning.
that TV show Swamp People.
Swamp People.
Yeah, them alligators are rolling around. It's like, you gotta get that shot the first time, because if you don't,
and it's just a little bitty old pea size, I guess.
Yeah.
Quarter, right? A quarter size. I tell you what, that gator be having 50 holes in him if I was trying to shoot it.
It'd be a Swiss cheese alligator.
Yeah.
One guy, he's out there, the gun wouldn't go off. He just finally threw the gun. He said that gun's through, so they went to the gun shop. He had to buy another gun. But some guys, depending on what they shooting them with, either a pistol, rifle, shotgun, something. Like I said, cause you gotta get him took care of. Cause when he doing that death row, nope.
Yep.
Yeah, the death row. Yeah.
Well, I had to shoot a few animals in my career. I had to shoot a horse, an Appaloosa horse, 2 cows, a bull, an emu. Of all
because
things.
of attacks or because of
well, the emu was attacking motorists and at a convenience store.
Okay.
And also what else was we? Horses, cows, big bull. Big bull was on the highway hitting cars.
Rhinoceros.
He about killed a family coming through traveling.
Yeah.
Rhinoceros?
No, none of those. No cats, no dogs. Of all the dogs,
how about rabbit
had to shoot one.
Any rabbit coons?
The only one that I had, he kind of died on his own while I was standing there watching him.
Yeah.
He was having some serious issues.
Now, one day at work, we had a deer jump the fence and it messed his leg up. Well, state of Georgia, they had to call somebody to come out there and take that deer out of its misery. But like I said, because with horses, most time they break that leg. Yep,
Yeah,
that's it.
they're finished.
The glue factory.
The you know what a red stag deer is?
Mm-hmm.
Just a little bit smaller than an elk.
Yeah.
We don't have them here, but one of our one of our local millionaires decided he wanted to have a exotic ranch. So we had all these deer and animals imported in. He had some red stag deer. Well, when Katrina hit, it dropped he had a 12-foot chain link fence around his entire ranch.
Yeah.
Katrina, the hurricane hit and dropped some trees on part of the fence, and 10 red stags got out.
Oh.
And I was working one night and got a call of a car versus deer accident.
Yeah.
Get there, this little 16-year-old girl, she worked at the movie theater. She was going home. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning.
Oh.
And she was driving a little Dodge Neon and creamed one of those red stags that totaled her Neon. And the antlers went through the windshield and almost got her.
Man.
She was freaking out when I got there.
Yeah, because around here, road I used to live off of, South Shore, 5 o'clock in the morning, whatever, you better have your brights on, because deer around here, like, oh, I'm going to commit suicide by a car today. Like,
Yeah. Michigan's
Whitetails
really
are fierce
bad
around here.
because they used to make them whistles that you put on your car that made a high frequency pitch that would let the deer.
I had those on my patrol car for a few years, and actually, I feel like they worked because I did
they
deer
do
after I
work.
put them on.
They do work.
Oh yeah, and we've had a few turkey buzzards be in the wrong spot, the wrong time, trying to eat something, and all of a sudden they go out and call flip. Yeah. Nah.
Yep.
All
right, guys, it's been over an hour and a half. I'm gonna hit it and hopefully have some dinner. And but thanks to all that's watching and participating. We got Hank and Jim and John and Brock and Mr. Robert. So we'll catch you guys the next time. We got to do another Q&A, Jim.
Right.
You can talk to Gary.
Very cool.
Wash my hands before I came in from the shop.
Bye-bye, guys.
See you later.
Y'all have a good night.
Thank you.
you.
Bye.
Enjoy.